This is the iQOO Neo 9. And sa video na to, we will put this phone against 6 of the hottest games to test its gaming capabilities. If you're interested and you want to know more, stick around kasi yan yung pag-uusapan natin. If you are someone who loves tech news, tutorials, and unboxing videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe kasi nag-upload ako ng mga exciting and helpful videos regularly. Okay, so here's a quick rundown ng specs ng phone natin. We have a 6.78-inch LTPO AMOLED display with 144Hz refresh rate, a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for our processor, a 50MP main cam, a 5160 mAh battery, and 120-watt charging, all for 23,500. You can purchase this from our friends from AHA Xiaomi Manila or sa mga links na ilalagay ko below sa description box. All of this looks good on paper. And sabi ko nga na this is a phone that's really easy to recommend. Kasi nga, yung features to price ratio niya is really good. Pero syempre, kailangan pa rin natin makita yung real world performance niya. At yan yung itatakel natin sa video na to. For this gaming review, we are going to test a total of 6 games. After each game, I'll let you know kung ilang percent ba yung na-consume niya sa battery, pati na rin yung CPU temperature. To start off, unahin na natin yung favorite game ko. Let's play League of Legends Wild Rift. For this game, eto yung mga settings na gagamitin natin. Linawin ko lang na sa lahat ng games na lalaroin natin, we will prioritize graphics quality over the frame rate. And with games like Wild Rift, hindi naman ganun kataas yung graphics requirements. So, ang kailangan lang nating i-monitor dito is connection stability as well as battery consumption. I usually play top lane. Pero since nirelease na si Hecarim, na isa sa mga paborito ko, I can't pass up kaya nag-jungle role ako. Naging smooth yung overall experience ko throughout the game. Even with clashes, wala akong na-notice na lag and hindi rin nag-freeze yung screen kahit madaming champions and maraming skill animations na nagaganap. I found this phone easy to grip kasi slightly curved and textured yung leather back panel. Hindi rin ako nahirapan na ipwesto yung daliri ko kasi nga wala tayong camera encasement. These are all tiny details. Pero it all adds up to give you a positive gaming experience. I played 3 games for 1 hour and 10 minutes and 19% yung nabawa sa battery. Yung CPU temp naman natin is at 42.6. Next game is another popular MOBA game. Let's play Mobile Legends. For this game, eto naman yung mga settings. Na-download ko na lahat kanina yung required files. So, in full effect na lahat ng skills and skins ng mga heroes natin. Gumamit nga pala ako ng Bluetooth headset while playing. To check na rin kung magkakaroon tayo ng compatibility issues and hindi naman ako nahirapan na mag-pair kahit iba yung brand ng earbuds na ginamit ko. Gaming was pleasant and smooth overall. Swabe yung effects ng mga skills and the connection was stable sa 3 games na nilaro ko. Minsan, hindi mo namamalaya na sobrang tagal mo na pala naglalaro. Hindi yan imposible, lalo na with this phone. Kasi nga, hindi siya ganun kabigat at only 196 grams. So, hindi ka mangangawit even with longer gaming sessions. Inabot ng 45 minutes yung 3 games natin and 13% yung nabawa sa battery. Yung CPU temp naman is 41.8. Our next game is the most popular when it comes to racing games. Let's play Asphalt 9. Isinet ko sa max yung graphics setting para makita natin lalo yung mga animations and environmental effects. The phone's display is really responsive even with light touches. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo, it's really easy to maneuver and outdrive your opponents. As I've mentioned sa last video ko, this phone has a really great screen na pwede nang ipantapat kahit sa mga flagship phones. The display quality can clearly be seen sa game na to with all the visual effects happening. Colors are vivid but not overly saturated, kaya hindi overwhelming sa mata. I played a total of 12 games for 24 minutes and 8% yung nabawa sa battery. Yung CPU temp naman is at 42.2. Now it's time to get a little more serious. Let's try some first-person shooter games. Isunod na natin yung Call of Duty Mobile. For this game, ito yung mga settings natin. With first-person shooter games like CODM, it's always fast-paced. Kasi we are constantly moving and shooting at the same time. Most phones can handle this game with ease, lalo na with low to medium settings. Pero once na naka-max settings ka, kagaya ngayon, you'll start to notice some lags and stutters in lower to mid-range phones. Pero that's not the case with our iQOO Neo 9 kasi it handled the game smoothly. Walang frame drops and never din nag-freeze yung screen ko. The phone's display is really responsive, thanks to its 144Hz refresh rate. Audio quality is great and well-balanced, crisp, and hindi sabog yung tunog niya. Kaya mas maririnig mo yung mga movements sa surroundings, which is critical when you are trying to locate enemies. I played 6 MP games and 2 BR games for 1 hour. And 19% yung nabawa sa battery. Yung CPU temp naman is at 41.8. Next up is another staple when it comes to FPS games. Let's play PUBG Mobile. For this game, eto naman yung mga settings natin. Kung napansin nyo, hindi pa available yung highest possible setting sa graphics. Pero don't worry kasi normal lang yan sa mga newly released phones. Wala tayong port for our 3.5mm audio jack, which is a bit disappointing. Wala ding included na 3.5mm to Type-C connector, kaya yung spare ko na lang yung ginamit ko. I'm using an Huawei headset nga pala. And don't worry, kasi maglalagay ako ng link sa description box ng lahat ng mga accessories and gaming peripherals na ginamit ko dito sa video if you want to get one for yourself. Same with our experience sa CODM, very fluid and responsive yung screen. Okay din yung quality ng audio. And naririnig ko ng malinaw lahat, especially yung mga footsteps na critical during close combat. I played 3 games for 1 hour and 12% yung nabawa sa battery. Yung CPU temp natin medyo mainit at 43 degrees. Now it's time for us to see what this phone can really do. Let's play Genshin Impact. For this game, eto yung mga settings natin. Kung makikita nyo, we are fully maxed out. Highest settings sa graphics, FPS, and texture. First off, since technically this is only a mid-range phone with a very affordable price, hindi ako masyado nag-expect. Actually, kung mapapansin nyo sa scene na to, pag nagpapan ako ng camera ng mabilis at a wide open space, makakakita tayo ng micro stutters. It happened a few times, and like I said, it can be expected from a mid-range device. You really have to consider this and manage your expectations. Kasi this game is quite demanding pagdating sa graphics. Kaya kahit mga flagships, nahihirapan. During combat naman, wala akong nakitang problem with character switching, explosions, or even skill animations. Since leather yung back panel natin, wala akong naramdaman na pag-init sa device natin except when I placed my fingers sa may camera area. Usually kasi, dito ko napapansin na mas susceptible yung mga phones na uminit during gaming. Pero still, hindi naman siya worrying kasi slightly warm lang siya. I played for 1 hour straight with graphics on max settings and 23% yung nabawa sa battery. Yung CPU temp naman natin umabot ng 50.1 degrees. So yung suggestion ko, kung maglalaro kayo ng game na to, gumamit na lang kayo ng phone cooler. Okay, here are my quick thoughts of the gaming performance of the iQOO Neo 9. There are many things about this phone that can improve your gaming experience. Besides having a great screen na flagship na yung quality, meron din tayong stereo speakers which gives you a balanced and immersive experience when playing games like Asphalt 9 and Call of Duty Mobile. The phone weighs only 196 grams, kaya hindi ka mangangawit even with longer gaming sessions. Yung battery consumption niya is one of the better ones na natry ko dito sa channel. If ever naman na you find yourself running out of juice, a quick 10-minute charge sa 120-watt charger niya will give you enough power to last the day. Finally, about its heat management and performance. Sa first 5 games natin, the iQOO Neo 9 handled it smoothly, and wala akong naging problem sa connection, frame drops at stutters. Naglaro din between 40 to 43 degrees yung temperature. which is normal and pretty manageable. Sa Genshin Impact, there are some noticeable stutters, pero nitpicking na lang talaga siya. Kasi during combat, hindi naman siya naka-apekto. Overall, the iQOO Neo 9 performed well dun sa lahat ng mga games na trinay natin. Pero it wouldn't hurt din kung gumamit ka ng phone cooler, lalo na kung imamax mo yung settings. There are better phones na mas maganda yung display and mas maganda rin yung performance. Pero syempre, mas kailangan mong gumastos ng konti. So what do you guys think? Can the iQOO Neo 9 handle all your gaming needs? Let me know in the comments down below. So that's it. See you in the next one.